So this is episode 1 of In the Garden Chair.
Yes, it is.
Where
It's a bit unorthodox.
we discuss things that we think are important with each other. We want to discuss world matters and stuff, or do we just want to discuss anything, whether it's to do with how you feel, where my underpants are. Oh, yes.
I think it has to be anything.
Oh, and then we edit it after, so if it's about underpants and it goes on for too long.
Or if it's boring. So...
I don't want to talk about anything at the moment.
Well...
Particularly. Alright, well, let's go back to the original
deep
idea.
Philosophical.
Deep philosophically ideas.
Yeah.
Well, alright then. So what we're really talking about is why we're doing this, really. So what are the sorts of things you think that we might cover during this little mini-series?
Well, things I'd like to cover, which were our original ideas.
And what we want to do is discuss each topic, don't we?
Yeah.
Or do we?
Yeah, I suppose we do.
Or
really.
is it just bollocks that we're recording?
Well, I think it's a bit of both, really. I think it's a bit of deep philosophical and bollocks.
Deep philosophical bollocks, then. That's what we're aiming for.
That's kind of the...
Okay, yeah. So what sort of subjects, for example?
Well, the things that came up the other night, what were we talking about the other night when we started doing it? It was like a bit of a what I wanted to put in the world stuff.
Yeah, you wanted to talk, because you work in mental health, you wanted to talk a bit about mental health, didn't you? And attitudes.
And communication and emotion. Yeah, people's attitudes towards their emotions.
I wanted to talk about stuff like... I'd like to talk about Muslims.
Religion, generally, or just Muslims. Exclusively. No mention of
well, no, actually,
Buddhism.
We may do... No, I want to talk about Muslims. I might do religion another time. But I want to talk about how the West perceive the East and how the East perceive the West. Actually,
But they're okay. What else do you want to explain?
I wanted to talk about alcohol.
Me to talk about it, or us to talk about it?
Us to talk about it, actually.
Okay, so the topic of this particular...
Well, I think what we're just talking at the moment is scoping it out, really, isn't it? Like an introduction.
Yeah.
I mean, like other things.
Yeah, we were going to talk about...
Are we going to have sex?
We're going to talk about all the things that you're not supposed to talk about in general conversation.
Oh, well, in that case...
All the taboo subjects,
death.
So like death, religion, illness...
Sex,
mental health, you name it. If it's a bit of a taboo...
We're going to talk about it. Botties.
Botties will probably come up somewhere.
Botty holes.
They usually do.
They're taboo, aren't they?
Botty holes. Yes, a bit.
A bit. Less than not as taboo as they used to be. They're still a bit taboo.
Yeah. Okay. And front bottoms.
Did I tell you about? I was reading. I don't know where the hell I was reading it about the male G-spot, and I think it was on the internet. I was reading about the male G-spot, and it was saying if you wanted to experience heightened sexual ecstasy, then you should be exploring your G-spot, but it does require a rather open mind because it's one of the last taboo areas of society. something along those lines.
When you say an open mind, you mean an open don't you? Never mind the mind. The buttocks must be spread.
The bottom. Then you have to maintain open bottom and open bottom. Yes. Yes. But that wasn't quite what I was talking about.
Male G-spot.
Oh, that was it, yeah. And it said, best way to do this, did I tell you this? The best way to do this was to sit up against a wall.
Bare-bottomed?
Yeah, without your trousers on. So that your legs were up against the wall with your sort of bottom almost towards
do that when they've got period pains.
Do they?
Interestingly.
Well, this appears to be some idea that men have got hold of. Maybe they've been watching women and slightly got the idea wrong.
So you sit up against the wall with your legs up.
Yeah, and you're supposed to have lubricant.
On your bottom.
And it started saying, you know, run your fingers around the rim of your sphincter.
What's the point of having your legs up against the wall?
And spread.
Oh.
And then gently stick your finger up and go quite far up. I don't actually know if they're talking about the prostate gland.
Is it to do with the angle of your
Might be.
bottom hole?
What is the angle of your bottom hole? Actually, what angle is it now? What if you had a shit in space?
Which people do.
Yeah, but not out in the open.
No.
Someone might see. But that's what I mean. What angle would it come out at? Probably about 30 degrees, maybe.
It depends on what angle you were at, because if you're in space, you'd be all over the place, wouldn't you?
No, at the angle of your bottom hole to your body. Anyway, that wasn't what I wanted to talk about.
Going in space.
Who in space? That wasn't the idea. It's not going to be about poo in space.
I like the fact that it's in the garden on this chair, because we like this chair, don't we?
Yes.
And we quite like to think about growing old and sitting on this chair.
Dying in this chair.
What? Not necessarily dying. Before we get to that stage. Sitting and having a nice time on this chair.
Before we die. In this chair.
So odd. With the apple tree, which, you know, each year does its juicy apple thing and its blossom thing, and the birdies underneath, and the Buddhas underneath that, and all that kind of thing. So it's our lovely environment that we live in.
Yes, it's quite loud though because the road is quite nearby.
Yeah.
So
I'm kind of used to that now.
Best times really for having a quiet chat is going to be
Midnight.
Christmas Day and when the football's on.
The jazzle. Razzle dazzle.
I've never had a vajazzle.
Haven't you?
Have you?
Not yet. I've never really felt the urge or need.
Is it like a special hairdressers you go to, and instead of rows of seats, they've got rows of stirrups in front of mirrors.
Stirrups.
In front of mirrors.
Well, I was imagining it was more that pubic hair region that they play with. Is it actually the actual?
Well, I suppose it all depends what
opening?
you're doing. I don't know actually.
They put little, like, welcome and little arrows and things.
I don't know what they do.
Come dine here.
Come dine with me.
This way.
This way up.
I don't know. I've never even really seen one. A bejazzled vagina.
Perhaps we should film it with a 360-degree camera then.
How much do they cost?
From here, so that somebody could be sat here and they could turn and look at you as though you were talking to them, and then they look at me as though I'm talking to them.
Yes.
Or we could talk to them. We can, like, for example,
Yeah, but how would we talk to each other?
we have to go like this.